Hey everyone, this is Makeshift Mama coming to you from my workstation. It is not pretty down here right now. I apologize. But I have some important things that I wanted to talk about today. And so it would just be easier to do it down here so I have all the materials that I want to talk about. So this is like a tip list for Cricut beginners. So I got a Cricut my first time around 2008. It's 2017. And I had the Cricut Expression, the original machine. It was great and I loved it, but I just didn't use it as much, and I loved it for like a couple of months and then I just put it down. Anyways, I got a new Cricut Explorer Air 2 and I love it to death, and I'm just finding that there are some beginning things that I like to jump the gun. I get so excited and I want to get right into it that I've made a lot of mistakes already so far, and I did post in my original video of the unboxing of this that I would start making videos of things that I'm learning along the way. And so that's what I'm going to do. This is my first video. I have 7 tips for anyone that's beginning doing Cricut, and you just kind of want to have some guidelines to go by as you're starting out. So my first thing is to make sure you get the correct materials. Before I even got the Cricut Air, I was into the Cricut mode and I was using my Expression, and I went out and I realized I needed a new mat. So if you're a Cricut person, you know that it comes with a mat. That's what you cut on. And I needed a new one because mine was, again, from 2008 and I never got a new one. They last for a very long time. However, I know I needed a new one. And so I just bought any old mat. I didn't read it. I didn't know that was important. There was purple, blue, and green, and I was like, oh, purple, whatever. Like, I just grabbed one and went because I wanted to go home. I was excited, and I wanted to use it. And so I got some vinyl, and I was all pumped because I started watching YouTube tutorials. And so you have to really pay attention, though, because each of these mats, there's a reason why they're different colors. Duh. But like I said, I get excited, and so I didn't realize that in the corner here, let me see if I can get this close enough, that says standard grip. Okay, so there's standard grip, and then I have all the mats now. And then there is light grip, which is the blue. And then there is strong grip, which is the one I bought, which is really bad for vinyl. You don't want strong grip for vinyl. So that's my tip that I'm already jumping into, but that's something I learned is you don't want strong grip for vinyl. You want the either standard or light grip. You don't need, excuse me, you don't need the strong grip. The strong grip, I'm assuming, is more for like the faux leather and the chipboard and all that kind of stuff. So I've not had to use my purple board at all yet because I haven't gotten that far into it. I'm only doing vinyl and iron-ons right now. So while I'm on the board talk, another thing that you really want to do is if you want to save the plastic that it comes with, you always want to make sure that when you're done for the night, like I am done now, I just was doing a couple of projects, you want to cover that board with the plastic. This keeps your board protected and safe from any unwanted materials on it, like dust or just paper falling or whatever. So I always take the spatula. Of course, as I'm going to tell you to keep your tools in one spot, I can't find my spatula. You always take your spatula and get off any extra stuff, and then put your plastic on and put it away for the night so it doesn't get anything on it. My next one is practice with materials maybe that you are not so keen about. So any like paper that you find that you're just like, yeah, I could care less if I ever really use this on a project, maybe you should use that first to really start practicing cutting and getting used to the Cricut and using the spatula and all that stuff. Because it's not that I've used anything crazy, but I've definitely learning, even with the vinyl, start with like small cuts and, you know, cut out like a square and then just get used to the feeling of it and pulling it off and all that stuff, because I just get so excited. I want to do all these projects, and then I'm ripping it fast, and then I'm not weeding correctly, or I'm not doing whatever it is that you're supposed to do. Those are more in-depth videos if you want to hear about that kind of stuff. But just really practice on some materials that you don't really care about so much so you can start getting into it. I know it can be very exciting, but it definitely is worth it to practice before you jump into any crazy projects like I have. My third tip is invest in the tools. I honestly can't remember. I think I've probably spent 20 bucks, maybe a little bit more now on the tools, but I really love them. So the spatula for sure it's like you need to have this to get everything off. It's awesome, especially if you're a nail person like me. It really comes in handy because I just can't always get the parts that I want. So spatula is the first one. The Cricut Explorer Air 2 has a little, let me see if I can get this quickly, has a little pocket inside the machine, and so that's where I keep my tools. And so I also have this little scraper. I use it for a lot of things, though. I use it after I score, which I'll tell you about that tool in a minute. I didn't even know what the tool was when I bought it, but I was like, hey, I'm probably going to use it, which I was right. I did. So I use this to like fold papers down. You can also scrape off the mat too, like a spatula. I'm sure there's other purposes that I will find out in the future, but this is what I know so far. So I love that. The weeder, it's like absolutely a must-have. This is when you are using vinyl specifically, I know, that you can like take out all the unwanted parts of the vinyl easily. And so, you know, if you made a smiley face, like I just made this thing caught me, and there's a little face on it, but I needed, I don't know if you can tell, there's a little face on there, and so I weeded out the little eyes and the mouth with this tool instead of having to pick with your fingers, because that would probably take forever. And then my other tool is the score. This is really for like putting folds in paper, and then that way when you go to fold it, it's way easier. So I've just been making these cards lately, and I know, so intricate. If you want to know how to make it, go to May Made It. She's another YouTuber. Subscribe to her. She's amazing. She is, shout out to her because she's the one I've really been following and getting so many ideas, and I've already started making stuff, and she's just awesome. I didn't even actually use my Cricut to make this card, but whatever. She's awesome. So, but I did use the score tool to make this card. So Cricut is still involved in that. Let's jump and go on back on that, is watch tutorials. I've been watching May Made It, and May Made It Crafts is her official subscriber YouTube name, and then Auntie Tay. They have both been really fantastic people for me to watch. They both have fabulous ideas. They're just like the two people that I've just happened to find and come across on YouTube, and they are great. They're awesome. If you're thinking about crafts or just want to know some Cricut stuff, like they both do some amazing videos, so check them out. Materials. So the iron-on, you definitely want a light grip or a standard matte, which I think I already talked about, and then the vinyl, you want a light or standard matte. So you only need maybe the green matte if you're going to buy one, and the Cricut even comes with one in it. I believe it was the light grip matte. It came with it, and like I said, they last for a long time, so you won't even have to worry about it. And then, it's a silly tip, but I really feel like it could be beneficial to somebody, is make sure you keep like a trash barrel right next to your workstation. It's just really helpful, especially when you're weeding vinyl, to take it right off the table and put it right in the trash, because that stuff can be, it's not sticky, but it's like more clingy. So when I'm weeding, like I still will find like paper on me, and you don't want that paper on here when you're going to iron it on, because then you'll have a random spot somewhere, and you don't want that. So just trash near your workstation is a fabulous, fabulous idea. And my number 7 rule, or not rule, but tip, is to really be patient. It can be exciting, but you know, you're making things that you want to last for a long time and be worthwhile. So when you're pulling that vinyl off, really take your time. When you're using the spatula to get it off the mat, take your time. It's really just worth it in the end. So that would be my tip list for you today. If you have any questions, please ask me. If you want any videos done, maybe I can help you as a beginner. This is how I'm going and moving on. So let me know if there's something I could put up that would help somebody else out. All right, thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe, and have a great night.